the Egyptians did something very bizarre and seemingly incredibly foolish that is very difficult to explain. They were warned that a bird is coming, hail is coming. And they were warned before. This is nothing like you've ever experienced before. Everything that you have in the field, all of your animals, which was the main way that they made money back then, farming. Every animal that you have, any human, any person, any animal that you have that isn't gathered into the house, a hail will come down and completely kill them. Those who feared Hashem, the servants of Paro, they brought everything that they had into the house, etc. Pasuk discusses how they were healed, how they were saved. The obvious question is, this is after 6 plagues. Tatsach Adash. Dam Svardaya Kinim out of Dever Shchin. We had blood, the frogs, the lice, the wild animals, pestilence, the boils. They already saw the might of God. They already saw everything, how it happened, how it transpired. How then could they leave their animals in the field and not be concerned at all about what's going on over here? We understand Paro, which is a whole independent discussion in and of itself. His heart was hardened, and therefore it was difficult for him to make that decision. Whole discussion, how he still had free will. That's another discussion which we provided numerous answers for in the past. But the Egyptians, why didn't they listen? Heed the word of Moshe. It's foolishness. What's going on over here? The Midrash asks, why was the plague of Dever brought? Pestilence? Destroyed, some sort of plague that destroyed all of the cattle. The Egyptians made the Jews be shepherds in order that they would stay away from their wives. Hashem said, "I'm going to repay you." What is the explanation of this Midrash? The Kehilas Yitzchak explains this based on a Ramban. Ramban says, this whole animal thing, shepherding them, it was an abomination for them. Remember, they worship these animals. Kehilas Yitzchak elaborates more on this answer. It says, there were thousands and thousands of animals. But guess what? There wasn't enough pasture over there. Where are they going to eat? Where are they going to graze from? Egypt was a metropolis, a big city. Where are you going to find grass in a city? Everything's developed. There's action going on in a city. There's people. There's no room for animals. Also, they smell. They don't want animals going around all over the place. The Egyptians made the Jews shepherd these animals, guard them, to make sure that they wouldn't be damaged from predators and the like. And the Jews had to live among the animals, with them. The deeper intention behind the Egyptians was so that they wouldn't be with their wives. The Egyptians therefore got punished, measure for measure, and therefore all of their animals got destroyed with Dever. But Hashem said, you know what? I'm going to do even more than that. I'm going to get you in trouble. The whole discussion exactly what was left for hail to destroy them wasn't all of the animals. And Hashem said, you know, you made the Jews suffer disgusting odor from the animals. Measure for measure, I'm going to repay you, Hashem said. What did he say? Hashem said, you want your animals to survive? Bring them in with you. What did the pasuk say? Bring it in with you into the house. If the Egyptians would bring their animals into the stable, into the barns, you know what happened to the animals? Oh yeah, the hail would destroy it. It would rip right through. They had to live with their animals so that they couldn't be with their wives and that they would have to suffer the odor. The Egyptians would have to suffer. That's how they would survive. And the ones who feared Hashem, they listened to Hashem. They actually suffered the measure for measure what they caused the Jews. Their animals survived. That was good. They actually survived. That's the deeper idea over here behind this pasuk of why only some of the animals survive. The lesson is, many times we hear things, rules, the rabbis say certain, we have to listen. We might not even understand fully. Something might be questionable. Hashem says something, a rabbi says something. We learn something from a sefer. We have to listen. Another answer to this question is offered by Rav Zilberstein in Alin L'Shabeach, Tezchaf. Listen to this more. He quotes the sefer Zer Zahav. Rabbi Yavar Mitich Shenov, probably pronouncing that name wrong. And he says, the difference is there are two types of people that listened. The people who listened immediately and in advance brought their animals in. The people who they waited. They waited till the hail started coming down. What does it mean when someone's a Yireh Shamayim, he fears heaven? That doesn't mean that he doesn't sin. It means that he's careful to make precautionary measures that he won't sin. Like the Mishnah says in Pirkei Avos, Vasusayog, make a fence. You say, if I know I'm going to get in my issue, I'm going to stay away from that situation over there. That's the idea over here. They made sure in advance to bring them in. It says by the Ten Commandments, 6 days work, the 7th day Shabbos. What are you pasuk saying? 6 days work. Just say keep Shabbos. You don't work on Shabbos. What does Torah have to say? You should work 6 days. What's the point of it? It's obvious. Comes the Sefer Machane Yisrael and explains the obligation to rest on Shabbos already begins from the beginning of the week. That we should make sure not to desecrate Shabbos. We do acts and take precautionary measures to get us ready for Shabbos so that we don't sin. We were literally just learning about this. Don't save all the sleep just for Shabbos. Prepare up to Shabbos. It's all about Shabbos. Also for davening, we just saw the Ali Shore. In Shin Nun, you want to come davening on time? Go to sleep right time the night before. So that you wake up the right time. It's all precautionary measures. Those are two potential answers as to why they didn't all bring them in the house. Number one is that they had to bring them in the actual house, not just the barns and stables, based on that whole idea, to pay them back measure for measure. Number two is to make precautionary decisions to bring them in immediately, not wait for the last moment, which perhaps might have been too late when the hail was coming, because it showed that you didn't believe in what Hashem said. Any questions, comments on this? Yeah, I thought it was very nice. Very nice. Very nice answers. All right, everyone, have a wonderful day. Brachim to you.
Have a nice day.